Hey guys, what's up? Mark Anthony back with Not Your Father's Crypto. And today we're going to talk about Ethereum, right? Ethereum. So kind of like some people view it as little brother to the big brother. Everybody talks about Bitcoin. You know, we get the whole blue versus red action in the crypto space with the top two boys at the top. You know, these are the big dogs, right? So a lot of the people that are long-term investors, they see Bitcoin and Ethereum being the only ones that could make it out alive after all the dust settles. But I think there's a place in crypto for everything, for everyone, and every coin. But before we get down to it, if you haven't done so already, subscribe to this channel, like this video, leave your comments down below. It does mean a lot for the growth of this channel. And let's talk about some Ethereum today. There is a huge bullish prediction by an investor that has made the news. And what does this matter for us as retail investors, as you know, the everyday traders out there? It does have an impact, and if this does come to fruition, it could mean potentially huge implications to our wallets and our assets digitally. So let's look at the Ethereum chart today as a whole. Crypto is down. It is a red day. We are seeing a lot of red action here. Ethereum is down 5%. We've had the luxury of living above that $3,000 threshold per coin. As of late, it's been a nice. If we zoom out a little bit on the chart, you can see that it's been pretty much a month of being above 3,000, and we actually hit that 3,500. So for those of you that thought Ethereum was just busting through last year and bought in at the $4,500 level because you thought it was cheap, like myself. This has been a good month with the because obviously nobody was selling either if they were buyers at that $4,500 level. So definitely Ethereum as a whole it is basically been stable in such a nature that this $3,000 level has pretty much been over 50%, over 60% of the trading year to date has been north of 3,000. So a lot of people, I think, get misled and get kind of in some, falsehood just from the like stigma that it's one Ethereum or one Bitcoin. So it's like, when you're doing altcoins and you're buying something or you're buying a NFT or whatever you're converting from Ethereum or using that as currency, it's just like, oh, here's one Ethereum, right? So it has that effect with our psychology that it's not so much like $3,000. It's just one Ethereum. Okay, so definitely something to note. And I find myself all the time like, oh, here's a couple Ethereum. It has a definite effect on our our mindsets as investors that it's not that much. But this is why this article is important because if you look into this, someone is betting on the bullish outlook that Ethereum will reach $7,000 by the year 2022, right? So that is 17,350 Ethereum contracts, right? So they are playing the futures market, all right? So this data that is shared by Three Arrows Capital, okay, this is showing the technical analysis of the strike price reaching $7,000 by the end of the year, all right? So obviously that would create a massive profit in a short period of time, considering that it is almost May. And this almost, as noted right here, to see something drastic like this, futures market's tough. You either know what you're doing or you don't. Best left up to a professional, myself included. I have very little knowledge when it comes to the futures markets. I've dabbled a little bit in traditional stock exchanges. I have a few buddies that are highly involved in futures markets, but myself, I just don't see the need to do it in what in my style of investing. But everybody's different. Do your own research when it comes to futures. But this is, like noted, it is having a call of this magnitude on a price increase on Ethereum usually suggests that there's a hedge position. Okay, just because of the nature of the short-term window. Okay, so. I just wanted to point this out that if this $7,000 level does come to light and we do see this busting through into, almost over 200%, territory from our lows this year, it is worth noting that how that will affect the launches of altcoins, how that will affect the NFT market, the staking market. It will have a widespread effect because Ethereum is a driving force with crypto. Gas fees, that's another big one. Ethereum is fairly expensive when you look at the so-called economics with like being eco-friendly and just facilitating transactions and the mining. It's a whole web of price fluctuation that would have a trickle down effect if Ethereum could reach that $7,000 threshold. Okay, so it's just something to note. Because a lot of ourselves, when we find ourselves exchanging out of coins, smaller tokens and whatnot, you take those gains and whatnot. And a lot of times, my, not financial advice, but my strategy is, to do some in stable coins, some in Ethereum. You always want to have your Ethereum loaded. You never know when there's going to be an opportunity to strike when you're dealing with altcoins, launches, NFTs, and so forth. But having that exchange, I've been, on both sides of the spectrum where I've swapped out of Ethereum into stablecoin. Let's just say, for example, like I've taken like a Shiba Inu coin, right? You want to sell some. So do you swap it out of into a stable coin, or do you swap it out of Ethereum? And I've taken both sides of that hit where the Ethereum goes up and I went into a stable coin. So I've lost out. And the Ethereum goes down and I swapped into Ethereum. And so my asset decreased because of the price of Ethereum decreased, and the Ethereum just sits in my wallet. So it's definitely something to note if you're going to treat Ethereum as a long-term investment, or if you're going to treat it like the currency that drives all forces when you're doing your swapping, your buying, your staking, your trading, and so forth. So definitely something worth noting moving forward. I also want to point out that Ethereum has recently been basically on the forefront of their conversion into Ethereum 2.0. Okay, so there's a lot of anticipation and a lot of skepticism. A lot of people are, we saw that pump that Ethereum Classic had a few months back. So there is definitely believers on both sides of that, but a lot of people do feel a very, very bullish outlook when Ethereum converts into Ethereum 2.0. So is 7,000 out of the question? No. Is it by the end of 2020? Is it likely? I don't think it's out of the question, but in that short period of time, it definitely, I would definitely err on that's most likely a hedge on the futures market in Ethereum versus somebody's actual price prediction. So that being said, if you haven't done so already, let us know what you think about this video, subscribe to the channel, and drop your thoughts on Ethereum and where you fall in this discussion. So we'll see you on the next one, and everybody have a good weekend.